When is the best time to sell your house? I'm going to thrive in the gig economy. Would you like to learn too? I told you a few months ago that as a freelancer, one of the best things you can do to make a living in the gig economy is cut your expenses as much as possible. And one of the things that I was going to do is I was going to put my house up for sale. And as a licensed realtor, I tried to put it up for sale myself. And I valued the house at a certain amount, and it didn't sell. Couldn't get a bite, couldn't get an offer. And I thought, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong. It's not my main business. So I brought in a more experienced realtor to help me, and we partnered together. I'm still going to save some money because we're splitting the fees, and still didn't sell. Still didn't sell the house. Months went by, and my partner started to really start to push. Let's lower the price. Let's lower the price. And I wouldn't do it. I said, no, no. I think this is the right value for the house, and I'm not going to lower it. And well, she was a little disappointed with me. And then I told her, I said, look, it's been 6 months. If we don't get an offer by the end of the month, I think what we ought to do is just take the house off the market. Because the feedback is, I need to have this done to the house, I need to get that done to the house. And then I'll do those things over the winter and I'll try to put it back up next spring. But I'm not going to come down on the price because I really do think the house is worth what I valued it at. Well, sure enough, we had a potential buyer come in, and she wanted the house. And then a second buyer came in, and she wanted the house too. So there was a little bit of a bidding war, and we ended up going with an offer that is above listing price. So we're very happy with it, and we're going to be closing in a few weeks. And it looks like I'm going to end up cutting my housing expenses in half in the long run. There's going to be a few months where we're going to rent while we're looking for a place to live because we weren't really sure where we want to go. But the places that we're looking at are about half the cost. So I'm going to bank a lot of equity from this house. I'm going to buy a house that's going to cost me less per month, about half of what I'm paying now. Now that cushion from the equity from this house is going to help me a great deal with my freelance work because if I ever have to cut back on it, if I lose clients, I'm not going to panic because I've got a cushion now. It's a very smart thing to do if you're a freelancer. Look at your biggest expenses. Housing is a big expense, and if you can cut it, cut it. It'll help you in the long run survive as a freelancer. If this advice is any good to you, please hit the like and share button. I'd really appreciate it. And comment down below about you cutting your expenses as a freelancer. And now to get back to the answer to the question at the beginning of the video. When is the best time to sell your house? When you don't need to. See, we weren't under any time pressure to sell. Some people, because of they have to move because of work or something, they have to sell their house. And so what happens is they value it, they put it up on the market, and if it doesn't sell right away, they have to start cutting the price because they don't want to carry two mortgages. They don't want to have two places. They're moving. They got to sell. See, we didn't have to do that. We were doing it for a discretionary reason, and my feeling was, I'm going to get the value I want out of this house, even if I have to wait a little while. And if that meant waiting a year, I would have waited a year. It wasn't going to cost us that much more than if I had cut the price dramatically. So the best time to sell your house is when you don't need to, because then you can hold out for what you think the house is really worth. If you agree with me, hit the like and share button, Comment down below about what you think about selling homes. And until next week, take care. Bye.